All right, welcome back to the Rise Personal Training Podcast. Coach Ryan today with
Coach Chris.
With Coach Chris. Did my inner Tim Lyons. I don't know. I know he won't be listening, but buddy of mine has a podcast. He does the all right. So today, guys, we're gonna be talking about habit change, why it's important. This, you guys are like, oh nope, next. I don't want to hear about it. But no, it's super important to not just what you do in the gym, but outside within life, and how we can make habits that actually stick. Right. It's easy to like start a new habit, and then we've all done it. We're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wake up and go run a mile, and then 3 days later snooze. So the whole idea is with our habits, it's creating small habits that you feel confident you can do. That we can start to do and start stacking upon each other, right? We're not trying to make a big change and go from there, one little thing at a time.
Yeah, like you said, just focus on one small thing, do that very well, and then add another little thing on top of that. And then eventually that little thing becomes a massive thing a little ways down the line. And then you start noticing the results, you see the difference, you feel the difference, and it makes your life easier, you run smoother. All around, it's a win.
Big win.
Yeah.
And so you guys have probably heard stuff like, oh, it takes X amount of weeks to create a new habit, or it's going to take 40 days for this, or it can take 3 weeks for that. Like, you'll hear random numbers, and even within the research on habit change, it's going to really vary. And a lot of things depend on what's the habit we're changing, how big of a gap in skill or a change is it? Is it something that you feel confident you can do? Is it a daily task? Is it, hey, this is my habit for the month, like a one-time thing? So a lot of things take into consideration, and what is that habit? How can we make it change, and how can we make it stick?
Yeah, I think making the habit easy is the easiest way to make it longer or stick around for longer. But something would be like, instead of like cooking meals every single night and making sure they're healthy and doing that, maybe you buy the pre-cooked chicken, or you buy the pre-cooked steak from Costco or something, and you toss that into, or you warm it up, toss it into your rice that you just cooked. And that way you're not slaving in the kitchen, or it doesn't feel like you're slaving away in the kitchen, but you're still able to hit that healthy diet while also making your life a little bit easier down the line.
Yeah, it's what's cool, right, is when we start talking with people, there's so many different things that we can do and approaches we can do. The main thing we want to look at is what's something that's small that you feel confident that you can do. It's an easy change to make. Let's start there, and let's build upon that every step of the way. So one of the things we're going to do is we're relaunching our nutrition coaching program, and a lot of it comes down to habit change, and that's really what it is, right? It's about making the right habits, having someone hold you accountable, and each week focusing on a new thing and making the adjustments along the way. So let's talk about what not to do, and we're going to use the New Year's resolution, or everyone kind of has the idea of that as the worst possible way to try to make habit change. These are the people that are trying to change everything at once. I'm going to wake up and go run a mile. I'm going to never have a carb for the rest of my life. I'm going to work out 84 times a week. It's like all these big changes all at once, and
it crash and burn.
It crash and burn. No one sticks with it. Maybe you're good for like a week or two, and you're motivated, and it just falls off. It's too big of a change from your current lifestyle.
Right. Yeah, that's why making the smaller changes always help. You start on the right foot. You're not changing your entire lifestyle. And then from there, you can kind of get more focused on the little things. And it's not just one big, like, hey, I'm going to lose 300 pounds by the end of next year. I'm going to focus on, maybe I break that one big goal down into, I want to lose 5 pounds by the end of next month.
Yeah, it's not even just the habit coaching, right? It's also the goal setting and how we do that. And I think that's important to come back to, kind of start with why. Why is this even important for you, right? So if Chris is like, hey, how's your knee doing, by the way?
It's good.
Are you playing soccer still?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I'm starting again.
Oh, good. Right, so if Chris is like, hey, my goal is I want to be able to play soccer 3 times a week, and that's going to help me lose some weight and get fit and stay on track, right? So we know that's why it's important for Chris, right? And if I'm telling you, hey, Chris, you're not going to play soccer anymore, you're like, no, I need this. This is important for me. It's who I am. Like, this is what I want to do, right? So that's going to be an important goal for Chris. If I'm talking, hey, Chris, do you want to lose some body fat? Oh, yeah, that's my goal. I want to lose some body fat. Okay, why is that important for you? It's like, oh, no, I would just like to look a little bit better, but I mean, I don't really care. Most likely, you're probably not going to make that habit change, or you're going to really stick with it. It's not important enough to you.
Right. Yeah. it is hard for most people to get into that mindset. I think having the right foundation, we hear at Rise, we're helping you pretty much every step of the way. And now with the nutrition coaching, it helps that next little facet kind of unlock. But I think making sure you have a good foundation, good support, and then a good idea of where you need to be or how to achieve that is going to be the best bet for you. Another thing that I learned when I was in school still, it was the environment is a huge factor with everything. So making sure you have the right setup to support you in the long run. So whether that's maybe changing your kitchen setup or changing the grocery list, changing up the work snacks. Like we have good work snacks here now, plenty of protein, and also the visibility of foods. I think that's another one. Making sure that the things that you might binge on are put away on like the top shelf where you're not looking all the time, but you're putting the protein rich and like healthier foods in front of you, whether that's fruit, veggies, whatever, but you're putting that at eye level, something where you're seeing it mostly or all the time. And then you're going to gravitate towards that more often.
The out of sight, out of mind thing, I can't say how important that is. I know for me, that is like, it's so important because if, for example, the fridge, maybe you guys have heard this. Sometimes women are like, oh yeah, guys are blind. They can't see what's right in front of them. Like, where's the barbecue sauce? It's right in the fridge. I can't. So it's like that too. I open the fridge. If I see, okay, I like my fruit refrigerated cold. Mm-hmm. If I don't have it right in front of me, if I don't have something visible, if it's a shelf lower and I don't see it, it doesn't exist to me. And I'm like, okay, forget it.
Yeah.
So same thing too. If, we bought my wife wanted some blueberry muffins. We got from Costco, and I'm like, I don't want it because I know I'm going to devour that box.
Those things are crack, I'll be honest.
She left it on the counter. So what happens when I'm making my eggs every morning? There's my carb right there. I'm going to have the muffin instead of the fruit that I probably would have had otherwise.
Yeah.
How we put it away, had we hit it, and I don't see it, it's out of my sight. I'm not going to think about it. Yeah. So changing the environment's a big cue and things, a tool that you can do definitely for habit change.
Yeah.
So once you kind of understand what's important with your goal, why it's important, we're going to break it down. So with the nutrition coaching program, we're basically going to have you guys fill out a questionnaire. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of information we need to figure out. Yeah. What's your environment? What's your work life? What's your stress level? What's your exercise? Like, we want to take a big picture of everything going on, so we can see, okay, what are the areas that maybe you're struggling with the most, and can we identify what's a small change that we can make that you can work on? Yeah. So, for example, we were talking about, before this, we were talking about, let's say breakfast, right? Mm-hmm. If you want breakfast or not, that's fine. But this is something we see common in people. They wake up, they're busy as hell. They're running around getting the kids to work. They got to go to work. They got meetings. All of a sudden, it's been 5-6+ hours.
Yeah.
And then they finally have lunch. Come lunchtime, they're starving. And they're going to overeat. Right? So let's use an example of how we can build a small habit with that. Mm-hmm. Right? So let's say they're running out the door. And like, hey, look, you're running out the door. You don't have time to do anything. Could you just grab a piece of fruit? Could you have an apple next to your keys that you can take with you?
Yep.
And then let's go. How can we build upon that from there?
And then from there, I mean, once they feel like they can really focus on getting that apple. Maybe we add in a protein shake.
Perfect.
Take a protein shake on the way, and you're drinking that, eating that on the way to work. And then once you get to that point, maybe you have a little bit more time because everything's kind of streamlined. Maybe you can make yourself an egg sandwich or something.
Right what you said it's streamlined. When we can build these small habits, it almost becomes automated. You don't when you don't have to think about it, that's really when it's a habit. Mm-hmm. Like, cool, I'm grabbing my apple, I'm grabbing my pre-made protein, I'm going to take it, I'm out the door.
Yeah, like for example, I used to struggle getting my protein in during the day because I would be here at work and I'd always forget to eat protein or drink protein. So I started forcing myself or reminding myself to fix my protein for the night before for the next day. And now as soon as I get home, before I go and do whatever I need to do, I'm going over, getting my protein, putting it in with my creatine, and I'm putting it directly into my backpack for the next day at work. And then when I get here at work, I'm like, I have my protein. Great. Thanks, old me. Like, it's great.
The beauty too, when trying to find a habit that's going to work for you, it's going to be really individualized too, right? And that's why we want to take this on a one-on-one approach with everybody, is how we can build those habits up. Yeah. So, we're going to go through on the nutrition questionnaire. We're going to take the big look at everything going on. You're going to jump on a call with our coach, and we're just going to talk. We're going to have a conversation from the information that we now have. I don't have to sit here and ask you 100 questions. I can take a look and be like, all right, Chris, I can see these. Like, where do you feel that you're struggling with too, right? We want to work together with you to come up with what's the habit that you feel confident you can do without overloading yourself with a million different things.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll make everyone's life a lot easier if we have
ours
that.
Too. Yeah. Ours too. Well, 100%. Coach. So, even if you don't need help with your nutrition or lifestyle type, coaching mentorship, Just doing the questionnaire and hopping on a call with a coach, it might help you dial in your goals a little bit better. It might help you like, oh, wow, I forgot I need to work on this and I'm going to start working on it. Great. So it can be a great tool regardless if you need extra coaching and support. And maybe it's just like, hey, Chris, you know what? Everything looks good, dude. But like, I think if you were to maybe increase your protein a little bit or maybe drink a little bit more water, you're going to be hydrated to be able to perform better at soccer, right? Chris like, great. So one little thing, he's out the door and he can take care of it. Other people may need a lot more accountability, coaching, and support. So what we're doing is basically we're going to have a weekly call with one of our coaches. We're going to go through, see what's going on, and okay, what's the one goal, what's the one habit we're going to focus on this week that you feel confident
that you can
do.
Accomplish.
Yep. And then, all right, cool, that's what we're going to work on. And we're not like, all right, cool, you're out the door. No, we're going to be checking in on you too. All right, are we tracking it? Are we successfully doing it? Are there struggles? Are there obstacles? Do we need to change the habit? Or come the next week, hey, I've been great. I've been out the door with my protein and apple every day. All right, cool. This is what we're going to work on next.
Right.
And we're going to build upon that week after week to, build just overall healthier habits for you.
Yeah, I think it'll help pretty much everyone here at Rise. Even if you don't feel like you need it, it might help you kind of realize that there's something that you can focus on.
It's such a better process to make change. For example, like I take creatine. I've always struggled with doing it consistently. All of a sudden I take it a couple of random times, then I don't, then I forget, and I'm like, oh crap, it's been another week now. It's like I almost got to start over type thing, right? So again, I talked with one of my friends who's a coach too, and he's like, dude, just like, I know this, but he's like, dude, just set a time when it's going to be easiest for you to do it. I'm like, okay, before bed, I take melatonin. I'm going to take a protein drink and I'm going to take my creatine. I do it before bed. That's my bedtime ritual. It's become habit. I don't even think about it anymore. This is the most consistent I've been, like literally a couple months now of knocking that out almost every night. Right. And that's the thing. I'm getting at least 90%. And that's really what we're looking for. 85, 90+% of consistency. So guys, we'll be sending you guys some texts and messages coming up next week when this podcast comes out. Relaunching our nutrition coaching program. Fill out the questionnaire. Schedule your call, and let's see how we can help you. It's either, hey, work on these couple things, or if you want that extra coaching and support, we have it available as well too.
Yeah, I think that's it for this week. We look forward to hearing from you guys.
All right, guys. Catch you next week. Thank you.
Later.